Hello everyone, Eric Leamy here, yet you're watching another video from my secondary YouTube channel and vlog, in which I present to all of you my sentimental thoughts come from my heart and my soul, and my mental oddball shenanigans come from my mind and brain. This is EML77 TV, episode 801. As promised you, I will get to the SummerSlam 2020 recap. A couple of big news prior to SummerSlam. As you know, this SummerSlam, if you guys haven't heard the reports, that Renee Young has officially left the WWE. Last night at SummerSlam was her final night as a member of the WWE. Even though she'll be on the bump this Wednesday, check it out. Check her out there for her final hurrah with the WWE. It would have been 8 months this November, and whatever adventure that she has next. And we want to thank you, Renee Young, for your contributions as a reporter for the WWE, and made a lot of friends. Did a lot of everything. She's working on a cookbook, so I'm totally looking forward to see what adventure she has next. I would not be surprised AEW could be in her crosshairs because of the fact that her husband John Moxley works there and he's the current champion right now. And in fact, she has not been used much since she got stricken with COVID, and in fact her show got canceled WWE Backstage on Fest 1. So that's kind of factors coming into it. As you know, it's been a tough, 2020 has been a tough year for the women in the WWE. I mean, we had Becky Lynch being away due to maternity leave. She, like I said, back in March, she announced her pregnancy, so she won't be with the company for a while. And Kairi Sane ended up retiring from the WWE, and also Charlotte Flair is hurt, so you're talking about this. The women's division is taking a humongous hit. That's why Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Bayley have been picking up the slack, so to speak, and that could be the reason why you see Sasha and Bayley on both shows, including NXT. So let's get going with and there is one more departure that we will get to, and it has to do with SummerSlam 2020 recap. The kickoff match was the United States Heavyweight title on the line. Apollo Crews defending the title against MVP. MVP's Hurt Business buddies, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, the 24/7 champion, were barred from ringside. The match went back and forth. It was a heck of a battle, heck of a fight, and Apollo Crews picked up the victory in that match and retained the United States title. What's next for Apollo Crews? We will find out. What's next for the Hurt Business? We will find out. They do have some gold in their camp with Shelton Benjamin as the 24/7 champion. And if I were Shelton Benjamin, I'd grow eyes in the back of the head, because you never know. Our truth can be lurking about somewhere. And SmackDown Women's Championship kicked off SummerSlam. Bayley to defend against Asuka. Back and forth, the match went. Asuka got her leg hurt a little bit. Bayley capitalized on it, and Sasha Banks got involved. Bayley was able to retain the title against Asuka. More on Asuka later on. Kevin Owens said to join the color commentary team from Monday Night Raw as the Raw Tag Team titles were up for grabs. The Street Profits, the team of Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, against the team of Andrade and Angel Garza with Zelina Vega, their manager, in their corner. The match went back and forth. In fact, Andrade and Garza kept Montez Ford, who was full of P&V in this matchup because of what happened to him being poisoned and all, by Zelina Vega. They kept him more in the matchup. They believed that they knew that his high energy attitude and his anger could be a detriment to the Street Profits, and that would have been, that would have played that to an advantage. But it kind of backfired because he ended up tagging Dawkins. Dawkins went at it. All of a sudden, Montez Ford gets back in the matchup. Zelina Vega stood on top of the apron. They whipped Montez Ford. Montez Ford inadvertently hit Zelina. Zelina was out. Andrade went to go check up on her. Angel was looking for a tag. Andrade wasn't there. Montez Ford took advantage of that, tagged in Dawkins. Dawkins hit the cash out. Off the top rope goes Ford. 1, 2, 3. Street Profits retain the title. So there is going to be some dissension tonight. I get a feeling on Monday Night Raw. Then we got the former Absolution best friends. That would be of Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. This was originally supposed to be a hair versus hair match, but circumstances made it such that loser must leave the WWE and this is a no disqualification matchup. I'll explain afterwards. Both ladies went at it. Mandy Rose tried tossing chairs, sliding across the table, trying to hit Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, they just went at it. I mean, Mandy Rose has really kicked up her game in the moves department, and Rose got lucky, hit a DDT, 1, 2, 3. Mandy Rose won the match. Sonya Deville is now gone. During the post-match interview, Sonya Deville says not to call her that anymore. So it seems like to me that that'll be the last time Sonya Deville is used in the WWE, but she may, Dariana Baronato may come back under a different name, different look, attitude. We will see. We will see, because now here's the reason why Deville is leaving for a bit. There was a situation where a stalker actually broke into her house and tried to attempted murder, basically. And the dude was totally whacked. And it's Philip somebody, I forgot his last name. I know it begins with a J. I think it's Philip Johnson or something like that. He decided, so he was such a big fan of Sonya Deville, I think he found, until he found out that she was a lesbian. He was probably not very happy about that and says he'd probably murder her friend. You know, it's totally crazy. Guys, let me tell you something. If you want to meet a celebrity, breaking into their house and stalking them is not the way to go. You know, if I see a celebrity in the streets or anything, unfortunately, when we have to have the masks on, we'll not recognize them. But if I do run into a celebrity, I'd probably be scared to approach that person, to be honest with you. Why? Because I want to be respectful. I don't want them to yell at me and they're like, you know. I'd be like, go down, you know, something like that. But seriously, all kidding aside, seriously, that's not how you want to meet a celebrity. You don't do that. That's a big no-no. This guy got arrested. He's going to be in jail for probably how long? I don't know. Sonya Deville will have to testify and all that. So, Dariana Baronato, I hope you're okay. And be safe. And best of luck to you. And she'll probably come back under a different name. Could be using a real name. I don't know. We will find out for sure when that happens. So, Mandy Rose won the matchup. She celebrated with Otis in the ring. And it was a beautiful thing. So Mandy Rose and Otis will enjoy a blissful time. And the street fight between Dominic Mysterio and Seth Rollins. Dominic had asked Rey Mysterio not to get involved in the matchup. Rey knew how tough it is. He loves his son. And hey, listen, you know, Dominic Mysterio, my heart goes out to that kid because he wants to prove himself. You know, he's more than just Rey Mysterio's son. And he went all out. He went at it, kendo stick. He did the 619 like his father. But when Seth Rollins got him down, Dominic Mysterio's mother came out, Angie. She's pleading with him to stop the matchup. Rey Mysterio's trying to calm her down, saying don't get involved. Seth Rollins tried taunting her and all that. Dominic Mysterio attacked him from behind to make sure his mother is protected, but it was at a heavy price. Buddy Murphy finally got involved in the matchup, and then all of a sudden, curb stomp by Rollins. 1, 2, 3. Rollins wins the matchup. But a lot of people have been giving props to Dominic Mysterio. I say watch him and watch him in the future. I'm hoping Dominic Mysterio does really improve time and time again. And I don't think, but is this thing over? I don't think so. I don't think this is over by a long shot. I respect Dominic Mysterio, excellent kid, bright future. Hopefully he can live up to the legacy that his father has. So we'll see more on that. You know, you talk about, you know, people like David Sammartino, how he didn't pan out. So let's see what happens there. And Randy Orton and The Rock exceeded their father's expectations, obviously, when they were in the WWE. So that's something to consider. I'm sure Dominic Mysterio's got that in the back of his mind as well. And the second championship match for Asuka, Sasha Banks defending the title against Asuka. And Bayley did everything she could to prevent Asuka from winning. Sasha Banks had Asuka in the bank statement and everything else, and the match went back and forth. Bayley got involved again, got knocked out, and all of a sudden, Banks tried to do the bank statement, and Asuka countered it, and then all of a sudden finally got the Asuka lock in. Asuka's your new Raw Women's Champion for a second time, so Shayna Baszler says she'll take on the winner guess what? Payback this Sunday in Baszler and Asuka. I would see that matchup to see how that develops. But Sasha Banks and Bayley still are the women's tag team champions. They defend the titles this coming Sunday. Who's going to challenge them? We'll find out. And there was some breaking news on Monday Night Raw tonight. That's right. This happened last night. Keith Lee, who lost the NXT Heavyweight Championship to Karrion Kross this past Saturday night on NXT TakeOver 30, will make his Raw debut tonight. And I got a hunch that Keith Lee is going to make an impact on Monday Night Raw like never before. I can't wait to see what Keith Lee has in store for the Red brand. I'm excited to see what's going on, all right? I am totally excited about Keith Lee. Bask in his glory. Yeah, I like that guy. That guy is he's probably the coolest dude ever. Smooth when he talks. He always talks. He's got the smooth attitude. It's so cool. But when the bell's rung, he takes his demeanor. He hits hard. And he flies hard. He's determined to win. I can't wait to see what Keith Lee has in store for Monday Night Raw tonight. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Also, Kevin Owens announced on the KO show he's invited Aleister Black to be his guest. I'm interested to see what Aleister Black has to say. I know he's not been the same since his run-in with Rollins. All right, the WWE Championship matchup, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. This matchup was great. Both men are evenly matched. Orton has the experience, edge and experience, I should say, and the advantage there. But both men went back and forth. They almost hit their finishing maneuvers. Drew missed with the Claymore. Randy Orton tried to get the RKO, but Drew McIntyre ended up countering it at the end. The backslide. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre is still your champion. Is this over by a long shot? Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out for sure. Randy Orton better grow eyes in the back of his head as well, because the fact that Edge could come back and get at him. Who knows for sure? Anything can happen at this rate. And the Universal title matchup was the main event of the matchup, the final match on the card. Falls count anywhere. Strowman the Monster, Braun Strowman versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt. These two went at it. They went at it. They fought in the gorilla position, came back out. And towards the end of the matchup, Braun Strowman got some box cutters. Box cutters? What's he going to do to the Fiend? He better not be slicing the Fiend. He cuts the ring, thinking they could slam the Fiend through wood and he won't feel a thing and all that. The Fiend took advantage of it, hit his maneuver, took 2 Sister Abigails, 1, 2, 3. Your new Universal Champion is the Fiend Bray Wyatt. But as Bray Wyatt's about to celebrate, he looked a little scared. He got speared by somebody. Who was it? It was Roman freaking Reigns. He's back. Haven't seen him in 4 months. He started beating the snot the Fiend. He beat him up. He had a mean streak, baby. And then all of a sudden, in fact, he was supposed to face Goldberg at WrestleMania for the championship, but instead, Braun Strowman took up spot. And how did Roman Reigns got Strowman too, speared him out of his boots, came back in the ring, started beating up the Fiend a little bit more, grabbed the Universal title, says, "You're just a freak in a mask. This is mine. This is my Universal title. You're not worthy. You're not ready to have it." And I'm like, he's got a new shirt called Wreck Everything and Leave. I want to get that shirt. That's totally awesome. It's unbelievable. You know, they say you never see it coming. Guess what? Roman Reigns is back. Can't wait to see what he has to say this Friday night on SmackDown. He's full of P&V as well, and I am sure of it. I am sure that Roman Reigns, the big dog, has a lot to say. Believe that. Can't wait. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait for Keith Lee's debut tonight. I can't wait for Kevin Owens' KO show. Can't wait for all that. It's totally awesome. What a pay-per-view that was. What a way to end it. Roman Reigns standing at the top. And I'll tell you one thing right now. Roman Reigns, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised that this Sunday, that matchup will be a triple threat match for the Universal title. Wyatt defends against Strowman and Reigns. Watch it and watch it there. So I can't wait. But here's the question. Is Keith Lee going to be there to challenge Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship? if that's the case, that's a great way to make an impact. Think about it. Think about it. If Drew McIntyre says I beat Orton, who's next? I would not be surprised if Keith Lee, Mr. Bask in his glory, the Limitless One, comes out and says, Mr. McIntyre, I know I sparred with you. I think it's time you and I have a match. McIntyre versus Lee for the WWE Championship at Payback. And then if Randy Orton gets involved, I make that. Those two title matches could end up being triple threat matches. Who knows for sure? What's Keith Lee's doing? What's his business? But here's the caveat to SummerSlam this year. Now, as you see, the last 3 weeks, a group known as Retribution, a renegade group, came out and attacked the production crew, the generators, the backstage staffs, and everything else. Last night, not a single member of Retribution or any of their shenanigans have shown up into play. What's going to happen tonight on Raw? Who knows for sure? This is going to be a crazy night. I can see. Always the night after SummerSlam, craziness has happened. You see either returns or debuts. In this case, the returns, was it 5 years ago? The Dudleys returned to the WWE the night after SummerSlam and went at the New Day. So this is going to be very interesting to see. We got Aleister Black, you got Roman Reigns back, you got on SmackDown. Like I said, it's been a tough year for the women in the WWE, a lot of departures. Like I say, Becky Lynch is taking some time off because of maternity leave. Charlotte Flair has been hurt. She's out for a while. Nia Jax suspended indefinitely. Kairi Sane ends up leaving the WWE. And now Sonya Deville is now departed as well. Renee Young is gone. So this would change things. So what's going to happen night after SummerSlam and with Payback coming up this Sunday? This is going to be very, very interesting to say the least. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys. I'm looking forward to Keith Lee's debut on Raw. It's going to be something. The Thunderdome take place in the Amway Center in Orlando. So Keith Lee is going to experience some awesomeness. Can't wait. And we're also going to be experiencing how to be limitless like Keith Lee, baby. Like that. And I was watching WWE Watch Along. I had a tweet that said that Matt Riddle and Elias on WWE Watch Along for SummerSlam was highly entertaining, especially, and my tweet was retweeted by Elias. So I walk with Elias. That guy's a talented singer. Guy's a talented, awesome dude. And Britt Baker, who was the girlfriend of Adam Cole, also worked for AEW, liked my tweet as well. I think it's very entertaining. Matt Riddle and Junior the chicken cooker. Hashtag Junior the chicken cooker. This guy. Well, I love Matt Riddle. Dude looks like he's got the Jeff Spicoli look, and he looks like a love child of Jeff Spicoli and Steve-O from Jackass. I love him. I love Matt Riddle. That guy is like, bro, dude, wow. I was like, I think he's cooler than RVD in my personal opinion. I think that's how cool he is. Junior, hashtag Junior the chicken cooker. I love Matt Riddle. He's great. This is good. Matt Riddle. Bro. On the Bro to Run show. Yeah. Elias is a musical stallion. I like it. Give shout out to Elias being a stallion. I like Matt Riddle. He's an entertainment stallion. Matt Riddle is an entertainment stallion. The guy. Junior. Hashtag Junior the chicken cooker. Hey, just Junior the chicken cooker. There you go. That's a new internet sensation right there. Guy with his own show. Hi, I'm Junior the chicken cooker. I love Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle's hilarious. I love him. Matt Riddle's the man. Matt Riddle rules. I don't care what you say. Give that man a championship belt. I don't care. Bro. Matt Riddle. I love Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle was hilarious. Oh, that's great. Matt Riddle was just funny and hilarious. Alrighty then, that's all the time we have on this show, as you know. A lot's going to go on tonight. Monday Night Raw. We're talking. A lot of changes have been happening. AEW Dynamite is now moved to Thursday. The NBA playoffs are really. And next week, NXT is moving to Tuesday night, September 2nd. So, because of the NHL playoffs. As you know, the Bruins got the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Celtics got the defending champs, the Toronto Raptors. So best of luck to both teams, and they're going up against two very, very tough teams. And Tampa Bay's kind of in New England's number since they got Tom Brady. So we'll see what happens there. I'm talking about the city of Tampa Bay. Sports city of Tampa Bay. Ever since they got Tom Brady, they think they got a chance to win championships. We'll find out. Alrighty then. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, rest of your evening as well, and be blessed, everybody. And I'll see you in episode 802. 800 episodes, man. And we're already trying to count down for 1,000. My goal is trying to reach 1,000 by the end of this year. By the end of this year, I'm going to try to do that. It's doable. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows for sure. And that way, am I going to change the name? I'm not so sure. It all depends on what happens. But plan it one day at a time. Let's see what happens. Barring anything dumb and stupid. And we'll see what happens. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in episode 802. Peace. God bless.